Hey everyone, welcome to week one of the course. So these quick sort of weekly intro videos, or at least they should be quick, depends on the tangents I get off onto, are designed to be just a really quick update of where we are in the course, what the expectations are for this week, what we're going to be learning about this week. There's no code word with these. I certainly encourage you to listen to these. I tend to, when I can, will mention explicitly test questions rather, as an incentive to get you to read these, not read these, to watch these. So let's go ahead and talk about week one here. So we are going to be talking about some of the earliest philosophies and concepts and ideas that were really instrumental to the foundation of U.S. government. And as I talk about in the lecture videos for this week, one of the interesting things about me is that I teach this, and most people don't in an American government class. And the reason for that is that I tend to be biased, but I think this stuff is actually incredibly important to know and understand, because it really deals with questions of, to what extent can people essentially govern themselves? And that's a critical question in democracy, and it's something we take as sort of an assumption. We don't really explore it enough there. But fortunately for us, many great thinkers historically were doing so. And so this week you will have your first lecture. It's lecture one, Early Theoretical Foundations of U.S. Government. It's about 33 minutes long. You will have a code word in that video there, so you can follow along. You have access, the way I structured, if you go into, you are in right now because you're watching the video from there, these modular folders. I'll give you this video where I talk about the week. I'll give you an overview, a couple of paragraphs to talk about sort of what we're covering and why, and give you those learning objectives. And then one thing that I've found is very helpful is I give you a checklist here. And so the idea here is that you want to be able to check off each one of these things by the end of the week, and then you know for certain that you haven't missed anything. So if you go down that list, I've given you kind of what to watch. So this intro video is one of those. That lecture one video I just mentioned there. Two additional videos for you to watch this week, relatively short, 10 minutes for both of them combined here. One of those discusses sort of Socrates and why Socrates wasn't exactly a fan of democracy. And hopefully you'll find that sort of interesting, and it relates to the assignment you have this week. Another one that's not directly related to it, but because I gave you that sort of political survey, I wanted you to be able to... Sorry, I was just thinking about something on the survey I meant to ask, and I don't think I did. I wanted you to be able to understand sort of the political ideological spectrum when it's used in that context of, liberal, conservative, moderate, and we'll revisit that really more in the second half of the class there. Under what to read, I've given you the reading assignments for this week, so you'll see there's two sections from the textbook. They're not terribly long. You see both are from chapter one. One seems to be about 5 pages, it looks like, and the other one is actually 3 pages, so not a whole lot from the textbook. If you haven't found that, that's available to you in the course resources tab. So again, as a reminder, the textbook is free. It's online. You can access it there. Then I've given you another piece. You can actually listen to it because it gives you the option of hitting a play button and having it read to you. But it's called Why Socrates Was Wrong About Democracy. And so that's going to review some of the perspectives of John Stuart Mill's and sort of present a kind of point counter to Socrates with regard to democratic systems of government. So 2 assignments this week. You have that module 1 essay response assignment. So you'll find that in this folder. There's 3 questions basically. So after you've read or watched that Why Socrates Hated Democracy video, and after you've read that selection in response there, you'll want to answer those questions. Just do so, thoughtfully. There's, I'm trying to think, the last question in that is more reflective essay. So kind of tell me what you think. And share your own sort of perspectives there. The other assignment is to provide the code word for lecture 1. So as I did in the course intro video, I'll provide you that code word. Just jot it down or just remember it, and then you can submit it in that assignment. It's in the same folder as the lecture slides and everything, and then you get attendance credit. No class discussion this week. You will have one next week, so I'm experimenting this time around with alternating between an assignment one week and then a class discussion the next, and sort of following that pattern there. So thank you for introducing yourselves in the introductory discussion board there. I actually, admittedly at the time I'm filming this, I haven't gone back and read those yet, but I am going to read each and every one of them. I'm actually flying on a business trip tomorrow, so that'll give you something to read. And I do actually really enjoy kind of hearing about what students are sort of doing and pursuing, and kind of what you guys' goals are, and stuff like that. So that's it for week one. Like I said, it's a relatively light week. I'll have some more information, announcements about other things kind of later on. But for now, use that checklist. If you knock all those out by again, the due date here for these assignments is 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, Sunday the 15th. So obviously, the sooner you can knock it out, the better. Module 2 will open to you. Like I said, every Monday morning you'll have a new module, with a few exceptions based on, mostly how many kids sporting events I had to travel to over that weekend. Today I had my son played ice hockey in Wake Forest, and then we had to hurry over to Apex so he could play flag football. But fortunately I was able to get this loaded. So enjoy the first week. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be checking email this week too for that as well. Thanks so much. And yeah, reach out if I can be of help there. Thanks.